Stay safe if you can.
The sand near Sunfall is as thick as the snow in the cut. It's something to see.
Come on. Trust Ceckány's instincts. I've never known one of her paintings to disappoint.
Hope you're holding up all right.
Some like to pretend the cut belongs to the Banuk. Don't listen. This land is yours if you can tame it.
Come back to camp to find the wind has taken my tent.
You will rely on this spear during these dark days. Your spear is not your own. It belongs to the world.
So, machines in the south suffer their own sort of corruption.
There's no time to waste for it.
Warmth feels like. Is there no end to the horrors the Daemon is willing to commit against us? Good luck to us. I can make sense of it. Still, I can't afford better, can I?
Come on, Aloy. A little business arrangement?
They say Meridian is a place where your every need is met.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So, I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel is not a happy story, whatever it is.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snap maw fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
Yeah, you can't let the smoke from thunderstorm distract you. We all have jobs to do. The bandit.
Wonder what they'll trade for blue gleam.
Our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. Remember the ravenous tribe who
Ceckány is tricky.
everywhere Banu Kai and her Werak fled. The ravenous tribe were far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she saw it behind her, a calming sheet of icy blue, and she saw something new. Herds of machines.
Your song echoes, friend. The smoke never stops rising from Thunder's drum.
What does the Outlander want?
I'm looking for Ceckány.
You found her. Come, come. Let's get it over with.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Araya said you could help me get the Werak's attention.
Araya... strange ways. But I've drunk paint to survive in a blizzard, so I'm one to talk. I'll get you noticed, if you bring me the pigments I need to complete my work.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean? That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
Araya said you two were friends.
I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Araya understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their werak.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Ideas about women. How many great warriors have they ignored?
We remember Vanukai,
We'll retake
when the old ones were... were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe. The light knights.
A quick way down.
It's not enough to bring down the Banuk.
I wonder what story Ceckány has chosen to paint above Song's Edge.
We're fortunate that Araya favored Ceckány. I've never seen another painter like her.
No one hunts like the Banuk, but I've heard the Nora can handle their bows.
The markings of a daemon don't scare